ZPF for the Sega Genesis and Mega Drive is one of the most anticipated AAA shooters to come out for Sega's 16-bit console in absolute years. But since we first told you about this game, there's not been much information come from the team. But that's all about to change because we've got an update for you. We're going to talk about where the genesis of ZPF came from, and we're going to look at an early demo. My name's Mike, and
this is the Retro Gamer Boy Show.
So this is an early demo of ZPF, and we're going to get to that in a minute. Before that, I'm going to give you a quick update on where ZPF currently is, and we're going to take a look back at where ZPF actually came from, the genesis of this awesome Mega Drive shooter. But before we do that, if you're new to the channel, if you're not subscribed, it'd be great if you could, especially if you love your Sega Genesis and Mega Drive and retro gaming. You can do this by clicking on a little icon just below this video. Mike, I hear you say, where is ZPF? You told us about it at the beginning of the year. You said there was going to be a Kickstarter, and now there's nothing. Where is it? Well, don't worry, I have been talking to the developers over a secret Twitter account, and they've let me know that they're still working on it. But like all developers, AAA games developers, indie developers, the current situation that we have in the world at the moment is slowing things down. But they're on it, they've got a publisher, I think, and they're working hard at getting ZPF ready for you guys so that you can support that with their Kickstarter. So be patient, it's coming. Now, if you're completely new to ZPF, you have no idea what this video is about, well, let's give you a quick short summary. ZPF is a brand new shmup for the Sega Genesis and Mega Drive. That's right, a new game coming out for this old console. And it's a stunning AAA game developed by 3 guys and is the brainchild of Gryzor. It has one of the most unique art styles I've seen on a Mega Drive games in years. The soundtrack from Jamie Vance is absolutely stunning, and this game is an absolute bullet storm. The amount of projectiles that are on screen at any one time is just mind-boggling. It's amazing to see the Sega Mega Drive push this many sprites. There's things like a store where you can upgrade and multiple different characters with different traits that you can take through the worlds of ZPF. Now, ZPF started life 12 years ago and was created by stunning artist and indie game developer Gryzor. Now, Gryzor revealed his work on ZPF back in 2009, and ZPF wasn't the first incarnation of the game. In fact, it's a kind of a remake of a shoot 'em up that he had already been working on, a game called Blastworks ZP Plus, and it was made on Game Maker. Now, Blastworks ZP Plus is a far cry from what we see now with ZPF. It was a 3D game, it had a rock soundtrack, and it was a game originally designed for the Nintendo Wii. Apart from the name, the biggest influence we can see from this title is that it's a left to right scrolling shoot 'em up. Now, the next time we'd see a build of a game with the ZP title in it would be ZP Ultra. Now, ZP Ultra is where we start to see some of the ideas for ZPF come to light. Again, it's left to right scrolling, but we see a more funkier color scheme than we did before, something that's more akin to what we see in ZPF. We see a lot more of this kind of bullet storm, bullet howl gameplay going on, but it doesn't have a fantasy art style, which is really key to ZPF. Instead, we have this very futuristic graphical art style for ZP Ultra. We do start to see some pixel artwork making its way into the title, and those floating power-ups which we see in ZPF start to make an appearance. Fast forward on another year and we start to see another little influence that made its way into ZPF. In 2009, Gryzor released a video of some earlier music that he created in 2007. And the splash screen that he used for this video on YouTube, well, the logo looks very familiar. Over the next year, he continues to tinker with his shoot 'em up games. And in 2010, we see a work in progress video from Gryzor, and this time it's for a title called ZPF. This is the beginnings of a title that some Sega fans are so excited for, so keen to get their hands on, and we can see it taking form over the next few years. Over the next 10 years, Grisor jumps in and out of ZPF, updating it, making it better, but also creating brand new shoot-em-ups for different platforms. He hones his craft with a number of shmups, the latest being Super XYX, which you can buy on Steam. And as we look back at some of his other projects over the last 10 years, we can see some of those games' influence on ZPF. Knowing that ZPF was originally a PC title made with Game Maker makes this Mega Drive and Sega Genesis port that more impressive. Taking something from PC and bringing it over to the Mega Drive's limited hardware is not an easy job. But there is a talented group of people behind this game, and it is one of the most exciting shoot-em-ups that we've ever seen come out for the Genesis and Mega Drive. Now I'm really excited about ZPF, and I can't wait to get my hands on. So much so that as I was researching this video, I actually came across a demo of ZPF, a publicly available version of the game. Now it's from 2017, so almost 4 years ago, and a lot can change in 4 years. In fact, we've seen in just the demo footage that I've shown you on my previous video that there's now a store in there as well, and there seems to be more fleshed out development with the levels and with the enemies. But I couldn't miss up the opportunity to stick this on my arcade cab and have a quick play. And so what we're going to look at now is the first 2 or 3 minutes of ZPF from 2017. freaking cool was that? I cannot tell you how amazing it was to play that. It is an absolute ton of fun. It's a little bit hard, but then I'm not the best gamer in the world by a long shot. But this was so much fun to play. Such a visual feast. Now, one of the things I was concerned about when I've looked at any footage from ZPF is the backgrounds too busy? Is the foreground too busy? Are the enemies too detailed? Well, you know what's going on. But you do, all the way through it. Every time I died in that demo, I knew it was my fault and I knew what I had to do to improve. And the power-up and bullet storm that comes from the front of your ship is just so satisfying. This is an absolute visual treat, and I actually swapped out some of the original music from the 2017 demo and put in some of Jamie Vance's awesome soundtrack that he released on YouTube for the game. Playing this demo has got me even more excited from this game. I cannot wait for them just to release something. I want to play a brand new demo. I have to play an up-to-date demo on my Mega Drive if I can of this game. It is just brilliant. I've not played anything like this in my Mega Drive catalogue. This is something really unique for shoot 'em up fans. So what are your thoughts on ZPF? Is it something that you're interested in, a game that you'd buy for your Sega Genesis or Mega Drive? What do you think of these brand new games that are coming out for Sega's 16-bit hardware? Is it something that you're a fan of? Something that you'd want to get into? Whatever your thoughts are, make sure you share them with me and the community by jumping down into the comments below. Now, if you've enjoyed this video, and again, if you love your retro gaming, we make brand new episodes of this kind of stuff every single Monday. And you can make sure that you never miss a show by clicking on the little bell that's located just below this video. And if you can't wait until Monday, if that's way too long for you to wait for another Retro Gamer Boy show, don't worry, we've got a massive back catalogue of retro gaming videos, 2 of which you can watch over here.